What's up, comrade? Is proud comrade? Yes, there's a singular comrade watching this.
Hmm.
Actually, no, there's three. What's up, comrades? Also, we did a really interesting screening of this new documentary. It's called WTO 99. It's basically covering the Battle of Seattle, the protests against the World Trade Organization conference in Seattle that was held in November of 1999.
Mm.
And yeah, they were basically beating the shit out of all those people. It was kind of like Ferguson before Ferguson. A lot of people don't talk about it because 9/11 happened like a year and a half later. But like it was basically the Clinton era's Ferguson. Like they were shooting concussion grenades, they were tear gassing people. It was nuts. We learned a lot about tactics though. We literally saw them practicing a crossbow strike. We literally saw them practicing like a crossbow arrest, like on a field. So yeah. What's old is new. So, as proud members of the cult of Zoran, we must begin with an homage to our Lord and Savior. If this isn't catchy, I'm going to do something very drastic.
Is this New York City's flag?
Yeah.
Okay.
From the Bronx to Brooklyn Shore, change is knocking at the door. Voices rise and streets rejoice. God in New
Okay.
York and Zoran, we support you, oh Zoran. Unions marching, lights are bright. Dreamers dancing through the night. Blue and bold, the city's might. God in New York and Zoran, we support you, oh Zoran. New York, forward strong and fairer. New York, we support
This sounds
you, oh
incredibly
Zoran.
dystopian, to be honest.
No more cages, no more tears. Families safe, their home is here. Trump's old walls have lost their claim. New York stands in freedom's name. We support you, oh Zoran. No more walls of fear or spite. We choose hope, we choose what's right. Blue waves rise in city light. God in New York and Zoran. We support you, oh Zoran. New York, forward strong and fairer. New York, we support you, oh Zoran.
Zoran needs to commission his own music.
Yeah, that's a bit too like they're trying to portray him as like this loony third world pseudo dictator. I think that would be a bit too on the nose. I don't think he would do that anyways. Like I can already tell that he's like the type of person that hates the cult of personality around himself. But
Oh yeah.
he probably has like a mild relationship with it. Pete Hegseth is like if I asked somebody to draw a picture of the most evilest motherfucker ever, they would draw a picture of Mike Hicks, fucking Pete Hicks. Looks like a Mike. See, everybody I know that's named Mike has been an evil. Everybody in like affairs that has been like significant has been evil and has been named Mike. He looks like a Mike. He doesn't look like a Pete. I think of Pete being wholesome, nice guy, chiller, want to grill. He doesn't deserve the name Pete. So, what happened? And of course, they're trying to blame it on the Black Admiral. So, suspected drug traffickers, mind you, like there is no evidence whatsoever that these people that have been murdered, 87 people have been killed directly by the United States. 87 people. Okay? That's larger than some DSA chapters. 87 fishermen, innocent fucking dudes that'll never return to their families, have been murdered by our government, by this government. None of these people has been proven to have been involved in drugs. They even killed somebody. They even killed two people, I think. Or they killed one and wounded another one. Either way, they fucked up two people who were like from an entirely different country, Trinidad and Tobago, which is literally a U.S. ally. Like they're literally allowing the U.S. to camp out and put radar stations and shit for the apparent impending strike on Venezuela. So that just shows how cooked a lot of the Caribbean is. Like, how the fuck are you going to let the people that killed two of your citizens, instead of demanding an apology, instead of demanding reparations, you just let them, oh yeah, come down, come on down.
Mhm.
It just shows, well, it's not even like a cooked thing, it's just an American imperialism thing. Like, if they said no, they would just fucking strangle their economy, because that's what America does. So, these suspected drug traffickers, the lone survivors of a U.S. airstrike that was wholly unjustified and wholly illegal, were sprawled on a table-sized piece of floating wreckage in the Caribbean for more than 40 minutes. They were unarmed, incommunicado, and adrift as they repeatedly attempted to right what remained of their boat. At one point, the men raised their arms and seemed to signal to the U.S. aircraft above, a gesture some who watched the video of the incident interpreted as a sign of surrender. Then, a second explosion finished the men off, leaving only a bloody stain on the surface of the sea. Footage of the two men's desperate final moments made some viewers nauseated, leading one to nearly vomit. It was worse than we've been led to believe. The
They're
video,
really not taking prisoners.
yeah, they're not taking, like, and the thing is, like, this isn't even a war crime, okay? Because these guys were not soldiers. They were literally dudes just out fishing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this would be, the equivalent of this would be if Russia had attacked, like, those Alaska fishermen dudes you see on the Discovery Channel.
Mm.
Like, if Russia just decided to blow them out of the water for shits and giggles. That's what this is equivalent to. This isn't a war crime, okay? And even, like, in war, after somebody, okay, I give up, fuck this, throws down the gun, like, you literally cannot shoot them. That is a war crime. These guys weren't even, these guys are not soldiers. These guys are not soldiers. They're literally just civilians out fishing. And because of some bullshit nonsense that Trump has manufactured in that cocaine and ketamine-addled brain of his, he literally just waltzing around the Caribbean murdering people. And now you got Caribbean, Venezuela. That would be a hell of a dope name for a country. When I start down my fucking alt history track, I'm gonna make a country named Caribbean. But like, you literally got Venezuela ringed with the largest fucking aircraft carrier, not even in our arsenal, but on Earth.
Yeah.
You literally got like jets that can strike anywhere in the country at any time, and you really are still acting like you're the fucking victim.
Yeah, war crimes are nothing new to the U.S. military. I mean, you go back to Korea, or you go back to in the Vietnam War. In the Vietnam War movies, you have people flying around on helicopters, getting out their M60 and shooting up a random village. You know,
That's not even a movie. That's in a war. That's like for real life. Same thing. You don't even have to, like, fuck me now for a second. Every war that this country has fought in has been fucking war crimes. This country was founded with fucking war crimes. Like, they're literally going around hunting indigenous people, giving them smallpox, scalping them. You know why they started scalping? Because, okay, they started putting bounties on indigenous people's scalps, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I don't know, say they started hunting down, say they put a bounty on a tribe of indigenous people that what a quack belongs to. Kill quack. But I'd have to take a lock of his hair so that the people would think I wasn't grifting him, right? Not a lock of his hair, like the skin off his scalp. You know why that started? Because white people, being white people, started scalping each other to turn the scalps in for the bounty. So they're like, you know what? No, we want to see some brown skin on it. Yep.
Damn.
Dark shit, ain't it? So this guy, Admiral Bradley, I mean, he's an American admiral that's still working under Trump. So, I mean, this guy probably isn't like the fucking canary in the coal mine or like a progressive admiral or anything like that. But, yeah, he's basically the guy that's apparently being thrown under the bus for this. Hegseth, of course, is saying that he did not issue a no quarter. So no quarter basically means we're going to fucking kill you. It doesn't matter if you throw up your hands. We're going to kill you. Like, historically, that's generally only been reserved for, like, horrible, horrible fucking people. Like, the only situation in which I would personally issue a no quarter order is like if we liberated a concentration camp and the SS is there, and they're like, I literally hand out guns to the inmates. You know what? Kill those fucking guys. Because like these people have done horrible fucking things and they need to be punished. But like this, these are literally innocent fucking civilians, fucking regular ass people. So Trump's whole justification for doing all this is because there's apparently a cartel. There is no cartel in Venezuela. Okay, there is no fucking cartel in Venezuela. There's no cartel in Venezuela. Anybody that tells you that there's a cartel in Venezuela is lying to you, and you should have your head examined if you actually believe that shit.
Yeah, the nearest cartel activity is over in Ecuador.
Yeah, which has just had like a fucking neoliberal fascist take over the government. But going back to Venezuela, there's apparently a cartel called Cartel de los Soles, Cartel of the Suns. It even sounds fake, and that's supposed to include the whole Venezuelan government. So, like, there's literally a bounty out on Maduro's head. And along with almost the entire fucking Venezuelan government. So the State Department, literally, there's a wanted poster. Wanted. 50 million US dollars. So if you somehow get Maduro drugged and you drag him up to the United States and you turn him in, you get 50 million simoleons. For information leading to the arrest.
Office in Colombia or something. Okay.
For information leading to the arrest and or conviction of the leader of the specially designated global terrorist Cartel de los Soles, Nicolas Maduro Moros, for narcoterrorismo, conspiridad, importación de cocaína. Why the fuck am I speaking Spanish? I just randomly start speaking Spanish. Conspiracy to use and carry machine guns and destructive devices in furtherance of a crime. And they even have a cute little they have the State Department and they've got the DEA on his ass. And they also have a picture of him looking like fucking Yosemite Sam. Anyways, yeah. They literally got a bounty out on a world leader. They literally are treating this guy, they literally have him written up like a criminal. This is yeah. So they want this guy bad. They basically want to Noriega his ass. Say Noriega was an actual criminal, and the reason why he was taken out was because he started talking too much, and because the U.S. had no further use for him. But Nicolas Maduro, the reason why they want Venezuela weak, the reason why they want Venezuela like crippled, is because they really want Cuba. They're sick of Cuba. They've been trying to get to Cuba for 60 years. Cuba still exists. We may not agree that it's a socialist country. Well, do either of y'all think Cuba is socialist?
No.
Why don't you think Cuba is socialist, Senor Quack?
Well, I would say that like Cuba is the most democratic of like the capitalist states in the entire world. Yeah. They do have a very strong system of democracy, but they still have they still have capital accumulation and whatnot. And despite it being like, I will argue that it is a capitalist state. Complete solidarity with Cuba, like that's it.
Yeah. Do you think North Korea is socialist?
No.
Do you think there's any socialism in the world today? Any actually existing socialism?
Yes, it's called the Communist Party of the Philippines and their revolutionary basis.
So the communist, like actual territory controlled by communists, which used to span like almost the majority of the planet, has been withered away to revolutionary base areas in the Philippines. That's sad.
Yeah, I mean, there's other ones, like you obviously have the Indian Maoists as well. But I cannot list off every single Maoist insurgency off the top of my head, so I'm not going to.
Yeah.
I don't think the Turkish Maoists really control any territory, do they?
I don't think so. No.
They partner with Rojava a lot, but they don't control any territory outright.
I don't think so. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, I haven't heard anything about any revolutionary base areas in Turkey. So yeah, the Maoist position is that there is no actually existing socialism because, as we know, socialism is not just government hands out stuff to people and government owns every single means of production. Socialism is a transitory stage, right? It's a period by which we suppress the bourgeoisie, we have the dictatorship of the proletariat, and we are actively struggling towards communism. So we are defending communist new things, and we are suppressing bourgeois old things. You cannot be a Maoist. You cannot be a Marxist-Leninist if you do not recognize the continued class struggle under socialism. Anyways, I will hop off my soapbox. Let's find out more about this fucking atrocity.
President
You
Donald
know, I'm
Trump has
definitely
ordered a series
worried
of
about
controversial
Maduro
military
because
strikes
he's a
targeting
man of the
terrorist.
people. He's always out in public.
Yeah, yeah, and like especially with your country in dire economic crisis, that $50 million will look mighty tasty to
Yeah,
certain people without principles.
and we know there's right wing militias that are operating underground in their country.
Of course there are. Of course there are. But like you said, he's rooted in the people, so I don't think the people will let anything happen to him.
Mm.
Anyways,
And the Eastern Pacific. The administration says the vessels were smuggling drugs from Venezuela and from Colombia. But officials in both countries and many in Washington are questioning whether that's true and whether these strikes are even legal. It started on September 2nd when President Trump posted a video online that showed what he said was a strike on a, quote, Venezuelan narco-terrorist boat. He claimed the 11 people killed were linked to Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. Maduro denied it.
Venezuela es un país libre de producción de hoja de coca, libre de producción de cocaína.
Less than 2 weeks later, there was another strike, this time killing 3 people. When asked by reporters about that strike, Trump said the incident occurred in international waters, and he insisted, quote, we have proof that that boat was carrying drugs.
like, well, where's all this proof? Like, okay, makes sense. Like, I'm just going around. If I'm just waltzing around the Caribbean, killing people, and like people are gonna want to see proof of that. Like, you cannot just go around the country, around the fucking world, killing people for no reason, right? Like, people are like, okay, you say these people were involved in drugs. Where's the evidence? Like,
Right.
remember when they used to capture those people, those drug traffickers off Miami, like they would literally stack the fucking dope up on the table and be like, see what we did? But like, if you are alleging that you are surrounding Venezuela with all this unprecedented military force, your justification is claiming that their entire government is involved with drugs. Where's the drugs? Where's the money? Where's the weapons? Venezuela, of course, you're going to have weapons in Venezuela. They're a sovereign country with a military and civilian militias, right? But like, there is no evidence of any of this. If there's evidence, he would have released it. Matter of fact, Trump's dumbass would have put it on fucking Twitter or True Social as soon as he had it, because that's what he does. He's a fucking showman that likes to run his mouth. So he said, we have 300,000 million kilos of cocaine that we have captured, and it's a really good job. It's good. I'm going to snort it all. But instead, we have nothing. So you're literally going around. That's like if I fucking go and kill Maddie, and I'd be like, well, Maddie was a Klansman. How do you have evidence that Maddie was a Klansman? A Klan stem. I'm sorry. A Klans. How do you have evidence that Maddie was a Klan stem? Grab the sheet off my bed. See, he had it. He had this on. Ooh. That's not evidence. That's manufacturing justification for cold-blooded murder. What Trump is trying to do, I think, is make Venezuela crash out, which they're not going to do. Because they know that they're not going to, like, if the United States brings its full military force to bear on Venezuela, what Venezuela is probably going to do, they're probably going to revert to a guerrilla-style model, which will beat the U.S., but like open mano-a-mano conventional warfare, yeah, Venezuela would lose that shit heavily. They have old-ass Russian and Chinese equipment. Yeah, they're not going to beat the U.S. with that.
And another thing is, how are you going to get your fucking evidence if you blow up the damn boat?
Yeah,
it's all up in smoke.
Yeah, these are provocations. What he's trying to do is provoke them into crashing out. Which honestly, like, you're literally going around murdering my citizens. I would crash the fuck out. Like, because like it's trying to make, I think another aspect of it is trying to make Maduro look weak. Be like, look, this guy can't even defend you. He talks all this rah bullshit, but we've been killing y'all for months and y'all ain't did shit. He's not going to help you. Overthrow him. That's what they're trying to do. So they're trying to get them, like, they want Venezuela so bad because Cuba is almost entirely dependent on Venezuela for oil. So if Venezuela's oil falls to this, I've even forgotten her name. That's how unremarkable a person she is. The one that they gave the Nobel Peace Prize to. Machado, I think her name is.
I have no idea. Who cares?
Oh, Peace Prize Machado. Yeah, with Maria Corina Machado. They gave her a Nobel Peace Prize for basically being in support of bombing her own country. That just shows how cheap in the Nobel. Like, first of all, why did you name a Peace Prize after the motherfucker that invented dynamite? But anyways, yeah, Alfred Nobel. He was the guy who invented dynamite.
A
Maybe
Nobel
it's
Peace Prize
reparations.
is worth less than a $2 bill.
If I gave you one, you'd take it and you'd probably sell it on eBay. Anyways, I want a Nobel Peace Prize. Y'all want it? Anyways, so through Venezuela, this fascist administration hopes to get to Cuba. That's the purpose of all of this. Like, it's an attempt to basically wrap the country back up, wrap the Caribbean and Latin America back up into this whole Monroe Doctrine, which Trump has literally declared his admiration for, and he wants to expand it. He wants to add a Trump corollary to it. So that's what he wants to do. He wants to basically make the entire Western Hemisphere his slaves. So how can we stop that? Because obviously marches and protests and stuff are not enough. Like, okay, there was millions of people marched against the Iraq War. That didn't stop the Iraq War. They don't give a shit about protests and marches. They're really, really good for, I guess, testing the strength of the movement. But like, in terms of like you really think Trump is going to look at a protest and be like, oh, hippies, oh, commies, oh, not going to do it? No. If anything, he probably sits in the Oval Office and laughs at these people. But at the same time, like, it's important to get people out in the streets, and like, they offer good political education opportunities. But as George Jackson said, like, you have to go among the people with the clipboard to actually help build an actual anti-imperialist movement, because anti-imperialism is a minority position in the United States. Like, the majority of Americans, workers included, I would say, are at very best apathetic, and at the very worst, openly supportive of American imperial goals. So how do we get our people to stop being such fucking imperialist swine? I don't want to watch any more of this stuff. It makes me sad.
We got to expand our international solidarity. That's for sure.
What does that mean? What does that mean in practice, though? What does that mean concrete? Like, yeah, everybody says, oh, yeah, international solidarity, but how do we do that concretely?
More political education in DSA, expanding the international committee to actually want to go and send delegations to these countries, inviting more delegations to come over and hang out with DSA.
Yeah, but that's DSA, though. Like, I guess, like, actually recruiting people into DSA and then politically educating them, like actually demonstrating to the average American why they should give a fuck about Venezuela and Cuba. Because the average American, like, you start talking to them about Venezuela, they'll be like, okay, why the fuck should I care? They're foreigners. I really don't care. Like, that's what an average American would say. Like, the average American is tunnel visioned on purpose. Like, they don't want people thinking about anything besides how their football team is going. Now we have nationally legalized sports betting, I think.
I mean, we got to stand with those communities that are already a diaspora from those countries that are being targeted. You know,
a lot of Venezuelan diaspora in the United States doesn't like Maduro.
Which is true, but I think you can change their mind on a lot of things. Hopefully.
How? Like, a lot of Venezuelans that I've talked to, they hate Maduro. Like, you start talking about, yeah, Viva Chavez, Viva Maduro, they look at you like you're fucking crazy. They're like, oh yeah, you fucking communist hipsters in the United States. You don't know shit about my country. And like, of course, and this isn't just like the Gusano types who are going to be salty regardless, but these are like average, ordinary, working class people. But here's the thing, though: like, the United States has tried to strangle Venezuela for decades. So the average, ordinary person, they did the same thing to Chile. Like, the average, ordinary person, all they see is like, oh man, we're fucking broke. We ain't got shit to eat. And they're going to be like, you know what? Fuck. They're not going to blame the United States. They're going to blame, especially when they come up here, they're going to blame the government. That's what the Americans want them to do. Like, it's the Americans that are the cause of all of these shortages. Like, Venezuela, by rights, should be one of the richest countries on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
All that oil
even if you don't get them exactly to where they're going to support Maduro or support anything like that, you can at least get them to oppose the country being fucked up even more than it already is, right?
I've got brown crackers tonight. No more saltines.
I don't
It's
know.
just brown.
I have
Oh,
like I have a cousin and like I've been trying to like radicalize him and whatever. And like the contradictory positions that he has are so frustrating. Like he's very much against ICE, things that I would not be able to say, right, on stream. But at the same time, if I tell him something about like I once told him about like the strikes that were being conducted in Yemen against Ansar Allah, and he was like, "Yeah, fuck them, sand and words," and I'm like, "What? What? Okay, what?" Like, and
does he
at the
even know
point,
anything? Does he even know anything about Yemen? Like, why would he? Why
no,
would he
I
support?
was explaining it to him.
Why would he
And it's
support? Why would
like,
he support a war against the people he doesn't know anything about?
like, like, like we're like immigrants. Like we were, our parents are not born in the U.S.
Also, Senor Quack, thank you for suppressing the Cali Mexican urge to say the N word.
Yes,
Well,
this is something that I've trained myself on. um, yeah. There is like I see a lot of my cousins are like kind of like a microcosm of this bizarre like contradictory positions of even people who would you would normally say have like an incentive to be anti-imperialist or anti-government, right? Like again, anti-ICE. He fucking hates ICE. He's afraid of his mom and his dad getting kidnapped. But also he has these
Rightfully so.
positions that are in support of American imperialism.
It's kind of like black people. Like like a lot of those ICE and CBP pigs behind those masks. I see black skin. Like I see people. I see dudes that could be my cousin, my uncle, my uncles. Well, my uncles are fucking. Well, one of them is dead. Well, two of them are dead, and one is in fucking prison. But I see people. I see black people, and like I'm like you all are doing the same thing unto these people that the white people, the slave catchers, did to us. And like I imagine myself trying to have. Like, I already know how I have trying to have a conversation with these guys would go. Like I'd be like, man, why are you working for ICE? Like, why are you arresting these people? Like, man, fuck them Mexicans. I don't give a fuck. Like, man, I'm trying to get me some paper. I'm trying to get me a bag. Like it's just individualism. It's rank individualism. Just like the comrade said that you don't want crimes being because I'm pretty sure that each and every one of those black ICE and CBP pigs um, would not like it if this shit was happening to black Americans. And as a matter of fact, it is happening to black Americans.
mhm.
Like I literally saw a dude in New York born in Kings County Hospital. ICE had him up against the fucking wall. And then like to show how arbitrary and stupid this shit is, they literally let the dude go after he said he was born. Like they didn't check for nothing. Like these are literally fucking just terrorist gangs. That's what this is, terrorist gangs.
We saw it happen to a black community apartment complex in Chicago.
Yeah, and they're organizing now.
Yeah, the landlord was using ICE to like bust them, like get them out of their apartments, get them to go.
Yeah.
And the apartment's already in a desperate condition anyway. And now they got a tenants union going on there. They're really organizing and fighting back. There's a More Perfect Union video that came out yesterday
I
about
got it.
this. Okay.
Ignored and left us in.
In September, ICE raided this building and arrested 37 residents. And last week, the city sent a notice to vacate by December 12th. But instead of dispersing, tenants are organizing.
There are disabled people in the building. There are people in wheelchairs in the building. How are they going to move if the elevators don't work?
They literally trapped in this building. There's a pool of water at the bottom of each stairwell, so we have to use.
And how the fuck you gonna make people move in the Chicago winter? Like it's December, bro. Like that is indescribably. How the fuck are you gonna move out your apartment that your landlord and arbitrarily illegally put you out of in the middle of a Chicago winter? That it's unfeasible. They try to do the same shit in St. Louis. Tornado come through. People trying to make sure all their people all right. Here comes the fucking landlord with an illegal eviction notice. If any of y'all in Missouri, your landlord has to have a court order to put you out. Dudes in brown shirts have to come to your apartment or the house, if you're renting a house, and serve you with that piece of paper. Your landlord cannot just write on a piece of paper, get your ass out. I'm putting you out next Thursday. That is illegal. That's called a self-help eviction. They cannot change the locks. They cannot cut the utilities off. They cannot do any of that shit. They used to do that back in the day. That's why there's laws against it, because enough people complained and struggled against it. But yeah, do not, like, they want you to, like, they rely on people being ignorant. They did not expect that these people would try to organize their apartment complex and successfully do so. They did not expect these people to know what a tenants union was. They only expect rich college students and rich white college students to know about that type of stuff. But you have these people that are organizing now because we have a history of struggle. It's not a rich white college kid thing. It's a black people thing. Like, we literally, in my city in 1969, black working class mothers organized the first successful rent strike in public housing. And I think confronting a lot of this nihilism, oh man, I ain't trying to get put out. I ain't trying to lose my job. Okay. That's what they're relying on you to think. They want you to rely on that, like, be so happy you have a shithole to stay in. Be so happy you've got a slavery job. So don't let them carry you any type of way. That's one thing that my family taught me. Like, don't let these people do whatever they want to. You don't let them carry you any type of way, because if you do that, then they'll get away. They'll kill you, and they'll have you thankful for the bullet that ended your miserable life. Don't do it.
Tenants union organizing has a lot more potential right now than labor organizing. That's for sure.
Yeah, there's a fucking polar vortex coming, and you're trying to kick people out. That just shows how fucking inhuman these people are.
That's on the first floor, just so we can walk on the board, just to stop our feet from getting wet. I've never seen them do maintenance in the building. They never landscaped it around. I didn't even know what they looked like.
This shit should be condemned.
That's it's illegal. It's illegal to have people living in those types of conditions. I don't know what the laws are like in Chicago, but yeah, St. Louis, that place would have been condemned. And that's what these slumlords rely on. They rely on, like, people who with bad credit who can't get a place nowhere else. They rely on people who are undocumented, because they know that, like, undocumented people, they ain't gonna try to raise a big fuss, because especially in these conditions now, they don't want, like, they already know, okay, if I start fucking with this man, he's gonna call La Migra on me. I don't want this.
Another thing is people who have to get payday loans to pay the rent.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, payday loans. So, like, you literally borrow against your future check, and then when your check comes, motherfuckers take it. So now you ain't got shit.
With 50% interest.
With 50%, yeah, usurious interest. Usurious interest. If you know anything about Ferguson, like, a lot of people, they had to they did title loans, or they did payday loans. When they would get these exorbitant tickets, because you're, like, driving down 70 at like, I don't know, 1.5 miles per hour above the speed limit, and they give you a $1,500 ticket. You can't pay that, so you have to do a title loan. It's either they put you in jail, or you can't pay that expensive ass title loan at 50% interest or more. So they take your car. Now you can't get back to work. Now you lose your job. Ain't nobody to watch your kids. Your kids can put out of daycare. Just bullshit on top of bullshit. That's why we need a revolution. But yeah, man, you can't, like, this is, like, even other landlords be like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? You can't handle people living in there like that. This is slumlord shit.
What it look like?
This is like some fucking shit you read about in the jungle.
Sometimes you'll go on the portal after putting in a request, and you notice that they completed the request that you put in, but no one's come to your unit to fix the problem or anything.
I noticed that the whole power was out. As you can see, I got no food I got food in the fridge.
Has the food gotten bad?
Yes, food going bad.
No elevator. No. Garbage everywhere.
Tenants describe the ICE raid as part of a larger pattern of safety violations and harassment by the absentee landlord.
I have seen at times that maintenance has tried to force out some of the migrants, like physically force them out of their units.
It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. They had a helicopter over the building, and they had let all the guards off the building, and they was manned with weapons. One of them had a sniper rifle, and they started raiding the buildings, start kicking on doors. President Trump was trying to use them as a way of saying that they're the reason why everything's going up, and that's not true. That's not true.
Tenants suspect the landlord hoped the raid would make them flee, but instead they formed a union to demand the city make this right.
The man that Mayor Brandon Johnson and Governor Jamie Pritzker and Freeman make sure that we have working lights, hallway, elevator, heat, electricity in this building, that we at least get 60 days to move out, $7,500 as relocation.
Mind you, these people are still paying for this. These people are still paying for this. Mm-hmm. Those undocumented comrades, they were paying money to get fucking kicked in the middle of the night. And a lot, especially in Chicago, like a lot of people act like there's some type of beef between the migrants and the native-born Black Americans. No, a lot of these black working class people actually like shelter the migrants. I remember once, I think it was a little girl that took her mom, and she ran into one of the Black comrades units and hid up under the bed. Like when shit like that happens, and that stuff, that bullshit division that they try to sow between colonized people does not matter. All you see is a little girl that lost her mama. Yeah, let me help ease some of her pain. She's already going through enough. Yeah, babe, come in here. Yeah, that's what you do.
We do not want them to come in talking to us individually. They're going around and telling different people different things. And that's exactly why we want to come to them as a union together.
December 12th, that's not even 2 weeks away. That's no time to move.
I learned, though, that if we stick together, anything is possible. You know, our goal is to not have the tenants that are left in this building thrown out on the street in the middle of winter. We want the resources that we were told that we would get. So we are calling out, and we're going to unify and stick together until we come to a common goal.
Okay. Yeah. So that story is not over. People thought that, this is just what the enemy relies on is you just swallowing the shit that they give you. Oh man, I can't fight these people. I'm gonna go ahead and go, no, fuck that. Ain't nobody, you ain't gonna let nobody put you out in the middle of fucking winter in Chicago. Why? So you and your fucking family can freeze to death? That's insane. That's absurd. Nobody's going to go through that. So, swamp sweep. We've got bullshit going down in New Orleans.
They call it swamp sweep?
Swamp sweep, yeah.
Shit.
Very, very creative names. Anyways, this was looks like a Frizzo organized protest. And you got this guy, Nick Sortino, whatever the fuck his name is, trying to interrupt the protest, and the marshals handled their business.
We are.
Dude just grabs his ass. So I told other comrades this, but like when these people show up to protest, they did the right thing. Like, don't argue with them, don't engage with them. It's like that's not what they're there for. They're there to get content. Okay, as a content creator myself, I will let you know these people are there to get views. They're there to get likes, and they're there because they get paid off that. They're not there to engage in a debate with you. They're not there to have their mind changed. Their mind is already made up. Okay, this is their business. This is what they do for a living. They go around to protest. They go around to places where, like that one dumbass, he showed up in Dearborn and insulted the Quran and did a whole bunch of other shit. He wanted those guys to beat his ass so he could play victim, start a GoFundMe, and get a whole bunch of money. Okay, these guys are grifters. You do not have to talk to them. Okay, you do not talk to these guys that thrive, that don't do any actual, they don't do anything with their lives. They produce content for the lowest common denominator of reactionary slop consumers. You have nothing to gain, and they're recording you because they want you to do something to them so that they can send it to the cops, and they want you to punch them in the face so that they can send it to their lawyer and so that they can sue you. That's what they want. You do not have to engage with these people. Fuck trying to be famous. Fuck trying to no. Okay?
They don't even need the feds as agitators in the crowd anymore. Jeez.
No. They don't. but enough dumbasses that are willing to do it for for
likes.
Yeah, for likes. Happy chemical release with high number. Yeah. Yeah.
No, you need to chill out. You need to chill out. Can you chill?
He's steady fucking with people. Like this guy, these people do. You remember those Westboro Baptist Church people?
Oh
God.
Yeah, that's what that's basically what these people are. Like the Westboro Baptist Church, they wanted people to fight with them and get into shit with them, and they would file lawsuits. That's how they kept. That's how they kept going. A lawsuit here, you get 17 grand. Lawsuit there, you get 20 grand. And it's nickeling and diming people and playing on people's emotions. Don't fall for it.
No, you need to chill out. You need to chill out. Can you chill out, please? Can you chill out? Can you chill out? Can you?
No, you're sitting here. Don't do that. Don't do that, bro. Get out our face. Don't do that. Start up again. You attacking people, bro. Nobody's attacking anybody. You attacking. Chill out, man. Whoa, what the fuck? What the fuck?
This is why we need red rabbits
fuck?
everywhere.
You gonna hit me with that?
Every DSA chapter needs red rabbits.
Yeah, these are yellow rabbits. Yeah, that's and they took care of business. So we're not going to let you disrupt this demonstration and get on people's nerves or get people arrested to provide a reason for the police to come and fuck us up. You got to go, and they firmly escorted him away. That's what you do. Yeah, they are still around. Them fuckers will never die. So this is why there was a protest in New Orleans tonight. They were going around raiding these apartment buildings, and people were following them around because now there's actually a solid anti-ICE movement that has a baseline level of tactics. You see ICE, blow the whistle, arouse the community, and like Chicago taught us a lot. LA taught us a lot. Like you do not have to let these people do this stuff to you.
ICE has been in Louisville, Kentucky a lot.
ICE has been in Louisville, Kentucky?
A lot.
Okay. Well, hopefully the comrades are organizing against it.
Yes, they are.
Excellent.
They're trying to stop ICE from wearing masks legislatively.
Interesting. Hey, here's the thing. This is how people are radicalized. Because, even if you don't care about, or even if you're, antagonistic to the presence of migrants in your apartment complex, having the police banging on your door, knocking, you saw those people oh, what the fuck are y'all doing? We trying to sleep. It's fucking Saturday. People are trying to enjoy themselves. They're kicked back, smoking a little weed, drinking, just chilling on a Saturday. And the next day, here comes this asshole with his little crew of little baby assholes knocking on people's doors, irritating people, conducting illegal raids and searches. Yeah, that's how you make people, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck y'all. Get out of here. I'm with the Mexicans. Fuck off. Get out of our neighborhood. Y'all ain't doing shit. Where y'all at when somebody get murdered? People getting murdered left and right, and here you come looking for people that don't do shit but go out and work hard and feed y'all asses every day.
U.S. Border Patrol.
Yeah. Give us some more, guys. Give us some more. Move.
Keep on doing it.
Fuck y'all little pig.
Criminals cover the face. Criminal. Criminal.
I don't see how that whistle's giving me an earache. But that's the purpose, to let people know. Yeah, of course they're annoying. That's the point. But they let you know that there's an enemy in your area. The Irish, during the Troubles, they did the same thing. When the Brits would come, they would literally bang, grab the old school metal trash cans and start banging on them with sticks, and they would also blow whistles. What's old is new. I was waiting for one of those pigs to be like, "Stop! You're overstimulating me."
Huh.
They know that shit. That's why they come here. Your shit too far, bro. You're going to shit, bro. Y'all got so many more things y'all can worry about other than the poor people that don't give a fuck about being here, bro.
Dude's got his drink in one hand and the fucking camera in the other. No, that's Skrilla. Is that Skrilla? That's Skrilla. He moving to fucking New Orleans.
That's pajamas.
Yeah, pajamas and slides. That's Skrilla. He didn't even built like Skrilla. But no, like, so what are these comrades doing right? Like, why is this so effective?
They got the whole community like active, right? Like everyone there, you see how they're dressed. They're just people that live there, and they're just showing up to tell the pigs to fuck off.
Yeah.
Surrounding
like,
ice, making it very annoying for them.
Yeah,
making
like
it
yeah.
very disorienting.
They want to be able to do this shit either to applause or they want to be able to do this shit in secret. They do not like the crowd. I don't even know why they like. Why do they keep doing these daytime raids? Like, people are gonna see you. They're gonna come out and like they tried a nighttime raid and apparently it caught the people by surprise. So like the people still knew what was happening. But now, like, you're doing this shit in broad fucking daylight. Like, y'all bold embrace it. Like, aren't you afraid somebody gonna take a shot at y'all or something? Like in New Orleans? Yes.
Been trying to get legalized, and y'all system is so dog shit. Y'all just kick them out.
These are good people.
When y'all say "Make America Great Again," let's not make America great.
I'm surprised nobody ever flattens their tires.
Yeah.
One day, like, somebody's just gonna be like, you know what? Fuck it, we ball, and just like open up on these people. Like, it's gonna happen one day. Because like, I just see, like, I have a sense about these things. I just feel shit like escalating. Like, maybe not rapidly, but like just like it's steadily reaching a boil. And eventually the whole fucking top is gonna come off and people are just gonna not give a shit anymore.
Yeah,
People
like the few times that ICE has been shot at so far, like the people that shot at them were still like just trying to make a point, still trying to get away from it. Now, like, one day you're gonna have people who are gonna martyr themselves to stand up to ICE.
Oh shit, fuck it. Martyr them and get away.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, move.
Gracias, comunidad, por unirse.
No hold, pussy.
Están aquí.
Fuck your little piggy.
Las avenidas están aquí. Están aquí, pero las...
They got the truck chasing after him.
I could have sworn that was Skrilla.
You take your mask off?
He's got long
he's
hair.
giggling. He's giggling. Little piggy start giggling. Yeah. Crazy.
Quiere ser famoso para él. Quiere ser famoso para él. The National Guard is here. Los criminales. Ellos buscan a los criminales, pero al final la que cae es la gente buena. Okay? Hey, you can call me, but I can do it. Okay?
Where are they seeing the guard at? Somebody said the National Guard.
I don't know. A bit of the history of the Latina community in New Orleans. I mean, New Orleans was actually a Spanish colony for a little bit, but recently a lot of these people started coming after Katrina to help rebuild the city, and it did help rebuild the city because a lot of the people that already lived in New Orleans had fled. So like, yeah, they lived in Houston or Atlanta, or we even had a bunch of Katrina refugees come to St. Louis. Yeah, I remember this one dude, like right after Katrina. I think he fled before the storm, but he had the most beautiful Creole accent I had ever heard. Well, that actually was my first Creole accent. I was a little kid, and
Wow.
yeah, he literally sounded like one of the characters from The Princess and the Frog.
Whoa.
Yeah, I've loved New Orleans people since that. But like, so you had a lot of the population that had left, couldn't come back because everything was destroyed. Bad memories there. So the Latino people that come and they help rebuild the city and bring life back to it. And this is how they get treated. Like what? I just cannot. I just cannot. Maybe it's because I'm not white. Like I haven't been inculcated in that whole settler colonial mind fuck. But like these people are not bothering anybody. Same thing, the Somalis. Why are you fucking with it? They're not bothering anybody. They're here to work. They're here to work, even if they didn't work. They're human fucking beings. You made their countries living hells through neoliberalism, through the WTO, through NAFTA, through bombing, through outright American military intervention. And like you make these people's countries a living hell, like nobody wants to travel 1,500, 2,000, 3,000 miles to come to a place that hates them. They come because they have to. They don't want to see little babies starve. And this is how you reward the people. And like, get off of that. Like, oh, they cook, they clean. These people are not slaves. They have value besides what they do for you. But yes, these are the people that work at our restaurants. That's why Trump, Trump's supporters in like the restaurant industry and agribusiness and slaughterhouses, like they literally leaned on him, bro. Are you going to deport our entire fucking workforce or something? Like, so it's between a rock and a hard place. Like America, not that I give a shit about what America needs, but America needs migrant workers. There are entire industries that would collapse if it were not for migrant workers. Construction, restaurant, hotel. Like you go to rich areas, like literally 90% of the people that are cleaning up, nannies, cook, maids, that those are migrant workers. And like it just fathoms me how rapidly this country is just shooting itself in the foot. It's just, I don't know, racism just doesn't make that much sense to me. What do you think, Senor Quack?
About racism? I don't know. America is like doing everything they can to go into the worst possible direction. Like they're destroying obviously like the foundation of like what's it called, the agriculture industry by going after migrant workers. They're going after like a lot of these contractor jobs. They're completely held up just by migrant workers. And what are you gonna do when that production is gone? Like you can't sustain a country on not having your agriculture.
Because I guarantee you, the volume of work, like either building in this country is going to cease or slow down drastically. Because the only reason all this shit is being built is because of ununionized migrant labor. Because you ain't gonna do them union boys like that. They'll bankrupt your ass.
And like it's always the same white people who support this who are always complaining about how things are so expensive.
Yeah, they don't know how money works.
No.
Those are the same people that think that the president has a button that he can push to just automatically lower gas prices. Well, there is a button. It's called the invasion button. Anyways. And even then...
Or the Khashoggi button.
Yeah. Even then, during the invasion, like, gas prices are going to be sky high because bombs and shit falling are not necessarily good for oil production. So do we think that there are going to be actual boots on the ground in Venezuela? That would be a really, really stupid thing to do.
I don't think so. Like a lot of these countries, like Colombia and Ecuador, are making sure that the U.S. will not have a military base there. Like there was a huge general strike in Ecuador to make sure that they could not put a military base there.
Yeah,
But they
I
had to
haven't
leave.
got,
I
I
think
haven't got, I haven't gotten over that picture of the little fucking baby in a box.
Yeah, because they sold their healthcare system that to the U.S. for loans and all this stuff. Did horrible austerity too. Everybody's
Jesus
suffering
Christ.
over there.
Yeah, everybody's suffering everywhere. ¿Qué pasa, señor Quack?
They literally put a president in office, a U.S. puppet, a comprador, and he's got a U.S. citizenship.
Really? So he has somewhere to flee when they topple his ass.
Yeah, which is very uncommon in these countries. They don't usually put somebody in there who is this on the nose, right?
Yeah, just like Trump. Like Trump exposed himself even further as a hypocrite by releasing that former president that was literally an open, proven, demonstrable, convicted drug trafficker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Honduran election is still up in the air, isn't it?
I mean, Bukele is probably going to.
That's El Salvador.
Oh, sorry.
That's El Salvador, you stupid hillbilly.
Oh boy.
Tu pinche hillbilly de mierda.
It's a lot of countries.
It's still too close. No, I can name all the Central American countries. How much y'all want to bet? No, let's not bet. Gambling is anti-communist.
I love gambling.
I'm not looking in. Of course you do. You're a Zoomer. Let's see. Okay. Mexico. What's South Mexico? Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Belize. Another one I'm missing. Nicaragua, Honduras. Already got all those right. Panama. There's eight of them, right?
I think you have them all.
Yeah. And then you go further south. You've got Colombia, Venezuela, Ecuador, Brazil, Peru, Uruguay, Paraguay, Argentina, Chile. There's another way or Wayla I'm missing. Did I
Which
get
ones
them
did you say? You said.
Next, you want me to name the entire Comunidad Hispanohablante? The islands are always what get me. Let's see. Let me see. Let me look at a map. Let me make sure I didn't miss that.
I think the only one you didn't say was Guyana, but technically that's
Guyana's. That's South America.
Yeah.
Okay, I got. Holy shit! I got them all. I got Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, Honduras, El Salvador, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, and Panama. Oh, I am smarter than an American.
That is a very low bar.
I'm definitely smarter than Maddie. Oh yeah, I miss Suriname too. Yeah. So, where do we think we're going to be this time next year?
Oh boy.
If you say dead, I swear to God.
I'm not saying dead, but
not dead,
bro. Let's just say DSA is now part of like the underground, right? Like we're gonna have the DSA like a guerrilla warfare, like People's Liberation Army.
Son,
Kidding.
Are you trying to end up on a list?
I'm kidding. No, but there's been such like the election was literally a year ago, right? We're not a year into Trump's administration, right? And we've already seen just an insane escalation of violence. Like the violence has always been here, but the how bold it is just.
I don't want 300 liberation members. I don't want to know all. I don't want to know all. I don't want all these motherfuckers in there. Y'all, do you have any idea how bad 300 people in a closed space smells?
We're already looking at like multiple wars starting up in like the next month. So
well, I'm not fighting in any of them.
I don't know about a year from now.
Senior Quack, if they draft you, would you go?
I'm not getting drafted. I'm a physics major.
Things are going to be really bad soon if the Affordable Care Act is dismantled.
Yeah, and apparently looking at birthright citizenship as well.
Mm-hmm. Which is
Oh boy.
gonna be used against black people.
Yeah, so, you know what? Send my ass back to Nigeria. I don't give a fuck. Send my ass back to the land of my ancestors. I would rather be in like Nigeria than this shithole.
I would
Oh,
say I'd like to go back to my. Oh,
Seder, you're my fucking the thing. What do they call that thing that shows you all your Discord stuff? The Discord Wrapped. Apparently, Seder, you were like my best buddy on Discord or something. It's very, very bizarre.
I turn off all the privacy thingies to make sure that I'm not being tracked to the best of my ability, so I didn't get that.
I always feel like somebody's watching me. Somebody is watching you.
And they want to sell you stuff on Amazon.
Yeah, the Wrapped thing. Like, apparently, I spent a bunch of time on voice chat, and it popped up that Red Seder is my Discord sidekick. That's what they called it. Yeah. So, what do we think Liberation will be this time next year?
400 members.
What the fuck are we gonna do with 400 people? Well, hopefully those 400 people are in like leadership positions and are just terminally online people that were radicalized by science, in unhinged Instagram. Go follow DSA Liberation on Instagram, by the way.
We're definitely going to have a lot more committees going in Liberation. Tenants organizing. We got some people doing that.
A bald caucus. Anyways,
Gotta shave your head to join.
well, I shaved my head today. I don't go out in public with the George Jefferson cut.
Are you gonna get our symbol tattooed on your head?
I'm not getting any tattoos. This brown skin, this beautiful brown skin, will stay as it is. It will not be defiled by
Your
some
body is a
honkoid.
temple.
Yes, by some
Untainted.
honkoid demon's tattoo gun. Anyways, yeah, I definitely think that we're getting into our groove and we're actually doing stuff besides signing statements. So I'm happy.
Yay!
Signing statements is good though. Anyways, if you see ice, you know what to do. Melt them. So, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, and we are the gang of 3.
Yay! Bye bye.
El Padilla de Tres. What did I just say, Senor Quack?
I don't know.
I thought you spoke Spanish.
I do, but I don't know what you said. You can't
El
speak.
Padilla de El
It's
Padilla de Tres.
unintelligible.
Oh, you tried to say pandilla. Is that what you
I
tried to say?
tried to say, fuck you. Dare you criticize my horrible Spanish?
It's pretty good, especially